back to another Smash or Pass movie reaction. Absolutely. How are you guys doing out there? Hi-ho, Winslow. We're jumping into a movie that you guys voted for, Red, White, and Royal Blue. After this, we are watching, what movie are we watching? This is why we never get through movies, because I always forget what I post. Let's see, I think I wrote it here. Oh, we're getting into the Hobbit movie. I had a feeling, I know we're getting right into this, but I had a feeling that y'all were going to vote for The Hobbit. I put it on the poll and I deleted it 3 times because I looked at the length of how long it is. I was like, oh my God, this is like a forever movie. Like, it's gonna be so long and so trying to edit this. But I put it up because I was like, I watched the first one, I loved it. So, and I love Lord of the Rings. And I also tried to get into the TV show. It really wasn't working for me. But I was like, okay, let me put it on. And of course, you guys overwhelmingly voted for that one. But I do have a current movie poll that I'll probably close on Monday. And it is, we have If, the new movie that just came out, which looks like it's animation and live action, Ultraman, Baby Driver, and The Birds. This poll, I don't know even how we got all these movies together, but I did. I found them all over the place, and I was like, let's just throw this poll all the way together. So please click over there to the community tab to vote today. Now, do I know anything about the Red, White, and Royal Blue? I know that it was like a thing where it was popping up on YouTube constantly, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I actually didn't even know it was a gay love story. I'm assuming it's a love story. I could just read the synopsis. When the feud between the son of American president and Britain's prince threatens to drive a wedge in a US-British relations, the two are forced into a staged truce that sparks something deeper. So that's what this movie is all about, just in case you guys do not know. But I did see it. It was popping up. It was the talk of the town, darling. I think it was even on my Facebook, like, constantly. And a few times I saw it on Instagram. Possibly Twitter, because I have to use Twitter because of my platform. Regardless, now we're gonna jump into this. This is what I would call the I would call it the Pride Month celebration movie. So happy Pride to everybody. People were on the poll when I did a Pride poll, and they were like, I want to see Birdcage, and I'm like, watch that last year. It's actually on the platform. So guys, check out my other content. I have over 2,000 videos. Feel free, have the best time of your lives as you guys go through the other videos that I do here. Tons of movies, tons of TV shows. Feel free. I was like, what am I gonna say? Feel free and have fun. Hope you guys enjoy all the reactions. Now, this will be available for a full reaction on my 3rd tier on my Patreon, as well as my YouTube channel membership. The links are down below. I'm actually forgetting what I'm saying because I'm thinking about McDonald's and how I shouldn't be eating it, but I feel like I want to order it right away. So let me jump right into this movie reaction without further ado. Let's jump into Red, White, and Royal Blue and find out exactly what this movie has got to give. Ooh, see-through again. I'm sorry, y'all.
It was a storybook ceremony today inside Westminster Abbey. Duke of Cambridge married his childhood sweetheart, Lady Martha Fitzroy, Prince of England's Hearts, and their younger sister, Princess Beatrice Claremont Diaz, the charismatic son of the American president. Diaz is often referred to as the American Prince Henry.
I want to see Buckingham Palace, don't you? You've been yucking my yum all day. What's going on?
Yucking my yum.
It's the whole Prince Henry comparison thing. He spent his entire life attending fancy events like this. He was trained for this.
The cake alone costs £75,000.
You're not going to want to hear this, but that Prince Henry is so yummy.
He's the worst kind of rich white boy. So smug and entitled.
You haven't met him?
Yes, a few times. He's very animated.
How's it going?
Oops. I could never do something like this. Well, never say never.
What's up? Long time no see. Killer wedding, man.
Glad you're enjoying yourself.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't love a little Mozart?
Actually, it's Schubert.
Tell me something, Your Majesty. Did your parents send you to snobbery school, or does looking down on people just come naturally to you?
Royal Highness, Your Majesty is reserved for the king.
Oh, thank you for the etiquette lesson.
You're desperately in need of one.
You know what? I can fix that. Just give me your cake. It'll be fine.
That cake looked good.
You've done some pretty stupid things in your day, but this...
Takes the cake?
Represent the family at the royal wedding and don't cause an international incident. For this weekend, I'd a higher approval rating than the Prime Minister.
And really, no reasonable person is gonna even pay attention to that article, okay?
deserve better, and it certainly casts a pall over our negotiations.
You don't actually need the Midwest, and there's a path to re-election without that you don't want to hear from me today.
I'm really sorry, Mom.
I know you are, baby. That's why I need you to fix it.
You're flying back to London tonight. The White House and the palace are going to release a joint statement when Prince Henry are in fact close personal friends and have been for the last several years.
He's not 6'2". Is he gonna fact shit on me?
Yes, one of the most depressing moments of my career. And I once saw Mitch McConnell eating a banana. You can hate Prince Henry all you want, but the minute you see a camera, you better act like the sun shines out of his ass and you have a vitamin D deficiency.
What if I set myself on fire?
We'd ship the ashes to Heathrow.
Firstborn child of His Majesty King James III.
Did you know she started her own climate nonprofit?
Who names her dog David?
You know I have a Shih Tzu named Jonathan.
I still maintain that's weird.
Even see some pictures.
100%.
Welcome to Kensington Palace. Sean Shrivastava, Prince Henry's equerry.
Nice to meet you, Sean.
I am His Royal Highness's personal attendant.
Sir, the butler.
I'm not the butler, I'm the equerry.
Gotta be joking.
Alex, it's good to see you. Sober?
You must stand to the right of His Royal Highness.
Is that protocol or just his good side?
Both.
NDA's bigger than yours, I want you to know that.
You're wearing lifts. Know that too, sweetheart.
You're wearing lifts?
Dick. Maybe I can get a little.
You're fine. Thank you.
Two scooching a little closer together. Been mates since you met at the Melbourne Climate Conference several years back.
We've known each other all our lives, right?
The dogs that wear the sweaters? Yeah.
Well, actually, we say jumpers.
500. White, blonde, and British. You don't know this, but Henry does the best freestyle raps.
Voice of an angel, this one, really.
I love hanging out with this guy.
But you end up on the floor in
Buckingham Palace.
covered in cake.
Queen Victoria, they were having food fights all the time.
Really?
Vicky.
You know who this is?
Oops.
His mum outranks my mum. What do we think of that?
Stay down.
Percentile 33.
Yeah?
Makes sense.
What do you mean by that?
It means you got good taste, Alex.
You looked at me like I had head lice. Then you turned to your equerry and said, "Get me out of here."
I could have been nicer. Couldn't have just been the conference.
Are you seriously telling me that one meeting years ago occupied such a vast mental and emotional space in your head?
Sure, when you put it like that. I was really scared, and you could have helped me, and you didn't.
Aw. What do you have to say? What's his name? William?
You're right. It's no excuse, but I was a prick to everyone in those days. I didn't say get me out of here. I said I need to get out of here, which is a different thing entirely.
Threat neutralized. Some kid brought fireworks for his friend.
Expected at my New Year's party.
No, I hate New Year's.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Well, I need to get out of here. See you in a few months, Your Majesty.
The first son's charm offensive this week has helped his mother's campaign.
What's your beef with him anyway?
He's elite and privileged and lives in a palace.
You're now elite and privileged and live in a palace. Although, speaking of your mom's authority, don't tell her I was smoking.
Hey, Miguel. What's up?
ACD, slumming it in Shaw.
Damage control this weekend. I had no idea you and the prince were such good friends. My journalist hat on for a sec?
Only if you actually have one of those journalist hats like they do in the old movies. The Republican who makes us nervous is Abraham Lincoln. And I doubt he's running.
Don't let me use it.
Not a chance, Miguel.
Such a tease. Deberíamos de vernos pronto. Off the record, of course.
Escuela ha estado una locura.
Yeah, you're always running at full speed. Es lo que te hace tan encantador.
Qué buena verte, Miguel.
Lo mismo, Alex.
Who is that? It's going to be about
The parcel of your mum's old campaign t-shirts. Is this your idea of a prank? Sending you a copy.
That's the thing that people don't understand about Byron's poetry. He had London under his spell.
This American tradition where the president pardons a turkey before Thanksgiving. The turkey in a luxury hotel suite the night before the ceremony. Put the little asshole in my room.
Don't ask mommy for a pet if you can't take care of it. I'm in bed with my dog watching Bake Off.
Never occurred to me that the royal family watches television. You don't seem like the kind of person that would name their dog David.
He's named after Bowie. Wait, have I surprised you in any way?
You are just as ghastly as I imagined.
Hanging up now.
No, I'm hanging up on you.
Fine. Have it your way.
Good night.
I like how they did that.
Has anyone on the campaign actually read my Texas strategy memo?
What Texas strategy memo?
I wrote a 14-page memo detailing how we can win in Texas next year. I emailed it to senior campaign staff 3 weeks ago, and I've heard nada.
There's one thing people on campaigns hate. It's when the candidate's family takes initiative. New buddy, the prince, confirmed for your New Year's party?
Zara, did you not just listen to my entire soliloquy?
Want to help your mother's campaign? Make sure Prince Henry comes to your party.
Chicks, man. That's how I dance.
Orange must be colorblind. This is obviously copper.
Miss Holleran, you are the most exquisite woman I've ever seen in my life. I haven't drunk since Christmas. You gotta catch up.
Oh, hey, who's that? Okay, got it order.
Ballroom lessons didn't exactly cover this. All in the hip.
Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. Oh, these
Did you say till the sweat drops down my balls?
He's subconscious about that.
Did I do something wrong? I wonder who you'd be if you were an anonymous person in the world. I was an anonymous, working class kid for most of my life. Who would you be? Be a writer. Live in Paris. Certainly date more. People I date don't interest me, and the people who interest me, I can't date.
Wow. Go ahead, Harry. Oh, he was drinking too.
Sorry.
By the time this debate finishes, another 200 Americans will be out of work. Empty factories, hollowed out storefronts.
Is he writing him?
Funny thing happened on New Year's Eve. Henry kinda kissed me. Kinda gay.
More like the first 50 rows of a Gaga concert kind of gay. Do you remember Henry's friend, Percy? He does have good taste in florists.
I had my hair in a way that made me understand the difference between rugby and football.
I mean, you've been wanting him to dick you down forever.
What?
First, you've been like completely obsessed with Henry for years.
I've not
Do
been-
not interrupt me. Entire New Year's party straight up ignoring the who's who of hot young women. Objectively, what do you think that means?
I can wrap my head around being low level into guys, but what I'm really confused about is being into Henry.
Whoa.
Once with Miguel Ramos.
The political reporter!
Shut up! Back in that hot tub, but you know, he's a journalist.
Right. Yeah, closeted princes are much safer.
Supposed to be my guest at the Prime Minister's dinner next month. He can't ignore me all night.
Perfect.
Oh, God.
Alex, nice talks. Que guapo. Read your Texas campaign memo. I'm a journalist, Alex. I quite literally have my sources. Anyway, I think you've got some good ideas. It's the year the Democrats finally flipped Texas.
Yeah, we're gonna flip Texas. Good to see you, Miguel.
Need to clear the room?
No. I just need to talk to Henry.
Best I can do is the red room. You take him any further and a security team will taser you.
I owe you an explanation. My behavior was appalling.
Shut up, stop talking.
Now they didn't lock that door.
Fellas, time's up. We gotta get back to. Oh, God.
Your Royal Highness? Or Big Ben?
Good to see you and His Royal Highness on better terms and not on the floor.
You and I are much happier against walls.
Everything all right?
You're gonna stay at least 500 feet away from me for the rest of the night. Sensible plan. I'm not done. Come to my room on the second floor of the residence where I'm going to do some very bad things to you. You're late.
Oops!
This changes nothing between us. I was about to say the same thing. You went? It's impossible. When did you start to fancy? Melbourne Climate Conference? You had a lot going on that night. Tell me about it.
I really thought you hated me. The key to my family's house in Austin. I started wearing it when we moved here.
You know, I don't think I've ever owned a key in my entire life. I guess you could say I'm bisexual. Gay as a maypole.
Cheers!
I wouldn't mind doing this again. We just have to keep it very casual, of course.
I just can't afford for you to fall in love with me.
Okay, wait a minute.
Royal Highness, I don't know how many times I have to tell you that.
So
I was thinking...
No, you can.
You should.
After you... Please.
Charity polo match in Windsor next month that my mate Percy's foundation organizes. I was wondering if you might want to be my guest.
Aww.
I don't know how to play polo.
I suppose that will be all right, seeing as you won't be playing.
Great. That's probably safer for everyone.
Yeah, agreed.
I love this for them. It looks huge. You must be all sweaty. My goodness.
Hungry?
Yeah, I could eat. Do you have a last name?
Full name is Henry George Edward James Hanover Stuart Fogg.
Alexander Gabriel Claremont Diaz. Wasn't my father. He is.
My sister B's the only one I've told.
And what about His Majesty? The King
Told me not to let any selfish desires I might be harboring reflect poorly on the crown. It's my life.
Doesn't mean you have to accept it.
I realized that everyone in my country knew my name, but I would never know theirs. Prince Henry belongs to Britain.
Can he ever belong to someone else?
Only momentarily. I think we should make love tonight.
Oh. Doesn't make love anymore. We're gonna like listen to Lana Del Rey when we do it? Because I've never...
Bottomed?
I went to an English boarding school, dear. Trust me, you're in good hands.
Okay, so he's gonna be the top and he's the bottom. What else could happen in this movie that is so long? I mean, they're already together within 50 minutes.
I can't believe how wrong I was about you. Most people are.
I love that ring.
Is there any part of you that wishes you weren't the son of a president?
I actually wish I could help more.
You really do love it, don't you?
Yeah, I really do. To know that what you do has a meaningful impact on people's lives, I know it's my life's work.
Aw, that's nice of you.
My father was 12 when my abuela brought him and his sister over from Mexico. In America, if you're an immigrant with a Z in your last name, there's not a lot of people in positions of power that look like you. I've been given a chance to be someone in the world that my father didn't see when he was growing up. You can't know what that means.
I'm learning.
Tell Miguel Ramos that we had a plan to flip Texas. It's playing an active role in the campaign's new Texas strategy.
All I said to Miguel is that Texas is competitive and we intend to win it.
To explain to everyone that we don't, in fact, have a new Texas strategy.
You do. Firing up the youth vote, building a grassroots movement. Why aren't you fighting for your home state, Ma?
Richards is killing me in the Rust Belt. That's where we need to focus.
To be realistic, do you think that's what the people really need right now?
28 when I was elected to the state legislature. They need me to be realistic so they can be idealistic. You are no longer allowed to speak to the press.
Yes, Madam President.
Why does she shake when she talks?
You were 27, not 28 when you won your first election. Ask any of the women who work for you.
Madam President, do you need me for something?
What's the deal with this campaign memo? My first Texas campaign, your grandmother saved everything. I read your memo. Good work. You'll have a shoestring budget. You'll eat fast food for every meal.
You'll work 18-hour days.
Dear Henry, greetings from the Lone Star State. I think we can make a real difference. The only thing that would make it even better is if you were here.
I also tell you that when we're apart, your body comes back to me in my dreams.
I'm out here giving my all for my mother. I can't have smut filling my inbox. You know I am incorrigible, so don't encourage me.
From all the photos you're posting, it really makes me want to visit.
Yes, I think you'd really like Austin most especially. I want to see your mouth covered in barbecue sauce.
Don't they have napkins in Texas? I wish I could. Be damned, Alex, but
Dear Henry,
I miss you.
I miss you too. Dear Henry, I'm really afraid I'm going to let my mother down.
Affection you're describing is called imposter syndrome. But I know that you are not an imposter. Isn't what we say or think that defines us, but what we do.
Live to the Democratic National Convention in Brooklyn, New York.
She has passed down to me a faith in America that always looks to the future, not back at the past. You at the center, your hopes, your values, your future.
Really good up there.
Thanks.
You know, we're both staying at this hotel tonight. Is there a problem between us, Alex?
Yeah, plan to flip Texas.
Which you do and haven't acted and confirmed.
One thing I'm confirming tonight is that you're an asshole. Feel free to use that quote. What are you doing here?
Oh, just a bit of skullduggery. Let me help me plan it.
Oh god, he's gonna out them. I'm gonna hate him. What does their Secret Service say?
You ever been on Grindr? Once unsuccessfully. What's your favorite movie?
In the mood for love. Sometimes I forget how uncultured you Americans are. It is only the swooniest movie.
Have you ever had your heart broken?
The day my dad died.
Claremont Diaz, it's almost 7. You have interviews to do. Let's get going. Is there someone in there?
Do you mind? Come on, Zara!
Clothes on now.
Zara!
Left her phone in here.
Okay, so she left her phone in here.
Hook up with some rando the night before your mother's acceptance speech. You don't have her sign an NDA. Yeah, Alex, yeah, that is really chill.
Good morning.
Do you want to sit? Okay. Where do you want to go? Oh, there? Okay.
Zara is everything.
I'm fine. How long has this been going on?
Since New Year.
Who knows about this?
Literally no one but you. And the Secret Service.
I told my sister.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was really happy for us.
Oh, I can't wait to see her.
Alex, we are in a hotel crawling with reporters in a city filled with cameras asking me not to tell your mommy on you?
I haven't told her yet.
Oh, gee, kid. Decided to put your dick into the air to the British throne.
Technically, I'm the spare.
Every time I see you, it takes another year off of my life. Aren't you chewing on a goddamn crumpet by sunset? And if anyone sees you leave this hotel, I will Brexit your head from your body. Your Royal Highness.
He's the greatest. I love her.
You look very serious.
Figuring some things out about myself lately. I've met someone.
Is that all? She's not a Republican, is she?
He happens to be Henry.
As in the Prince of England. No, the B in LGBTQ is not a silent letter.
Yes, thank you, Mom.
You need to figure out if you feel forever about him before you take this any further. A relationship like this will define your life. I just want to make sure you know you need to wear a condom if you're having anal intercourse. If you're bottoming, then you need the HPV vaccine and...
I cannot believe they gave you the nuclear codes.
And you have to tell your father.
This is uncharted territory for us.
Your child is Alex Claremont Diaz. You get used to the exceptional.
We're afraid of her rejection. I was afraid that she would see me differently than before. Parents bought a vacation house after my mother's book was published. Dad suggested that I invite you.
Oh.
Do you want to come? Please say yes. Dad, what is this music? It's so not the vibe.
Look at Nora.
No, I am definitely not doing karaoke.
Oh, I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball.
Oh, he's really liking him.
Lazarus Wakes.
Need help? He did karaoke last night. Plus half a dozen tequila shots.
Be a little more of a candy ass.
Yeah, he's tougher than he looks. So you like him?
What's not to like? We're just babies when we had you. Nobody thought we'd make it. Sometimes you just gotta jump. Hope you're not standing on the cliff.
Shark time! No! Oh my God, you was... I'm thinking.
I seriously doubt that. I seriously doubt that.
Mom will hopefully be in office again, and we won't have to worry about winning any more national elections. Next summer, we could come back here for like a couple weeks. Through Austin, holding hands, and it won't even matter if anyone sees us. I can take you around to all the places I grew up. I've never felt this way about anyone.
Oh?
It's like there's a rope attached to my chest and it keeps pulling me towards you.
He's so scared.
I feel so right, Henry.
Henry's like, I'd rather drown than hear this. Oh, he's peacing?
I would try to say.
Now, is he scared because he can't come out because he's royal family?
I ended things with Alex.
Oh, Hen.
I felt myself getting too close. And I didn't want to break his heart. Last I heard from Mum, she was off saving elephants in Botswana. The idea of royalty in the 21st century, it's so antiquated. I wonder if what we do has any meaningful impact on people's lives.
At least you'll never be king. Do you love him?
What difference would it make if I did?
Oh my God, that's my phone. We have the same one.
You won't answer any of my texts or take any of my calls.
Henry sometimes goes into his cocoon phases. Go to London. Get your man.
What if he won't see me?
At least you'll have your answer.
Sir, Mr. Claremont Diaz is at the gate. He insists on seeing you.
Will you please talk?
He is not at the gate.
I'm going to let you say what you need to say, and then I'd like you to leave.
I think you at least owe me an explanation.
I have done nothing but explain myself to you this past year.
I'm sorry, I can't turn my feelings off as easily as you.
Do you honestly think this is easy for me?
All I know is I'm the one here willing to fight for us.
Because it costs you nothing!
Because the man I love has vanished from my life without an explanation. Formed a fucking castle to look you in the eye and tell you that I love you. This is costing me everything, and if this is over, I at least deserve to know why. I wish you could see me for who I am and not who you want me to be. I don't think you know me at all. I'm not like you. I wasn't raised by a loving, supportive family like you were. Life is the crown, and yours is politics, and I will not trade one prison for another. I can love you and want you, still not want that life. You don't get to come in here and call me a coward for it. We can figure out a way to love each other on our own terms, no one else's. Live in your tower and protect your heart for the rest of your life, and nothing will ever happen to you. Nothing will ever happen to you. You have to tell me to leave. Please. It is the only way you're getting rid of me. And I promise I will walk out that door and trouble you no longer.
There's something I want you to see.
You don't need to be sneaky now. Y'all been yelling for the past 10 minutes. Where are we going, Henry?
When I was a boy, my father used to bring me here. I like to come at night. No one else is around to gawk at you. You can slip between the statues like a shadow. I dream of taking somebody I loved here. You love it as much as I did.
He don't love it.
We dance. Just a daft pubescent fantasy.
I actually really love this song.
Please be patient with me, and I promise I will try and be brave for us. I wanted to include you in my love for you. History, huh?
Damn them for playing that song.
I want you to have some part of me until you can have all of me again. Now we're even. I love you. I'll be as patient as you need. Go in an election.
Oh, that was sad. In a good way.
Your emails to Alex have been hacked. They were posted overnight to Reddit, and now security photos of the two of you at the V&A have been popping up.
Taken the liberty of confiscating your phone as a precaution.
You've done what?
I give the orders in this palace!
These orders are from Buckingham Palace, sir. It's believed that this is the work of certain rogue elements within the media.
Tried my contacts within the White House, with no luck.
Details the romance of Prince Henry and Alex Claremont Diaz.
White House is trying to stay on message. This is obviously a critical time.
Why is this anyone's business? After all, Alex Claremont Diaz is a private citizen.
Show a pattern of obfuscation around this relationship, and it's my job to examine and contextualize them.
Your first article was posted at 2:30 a.m. Monday morning. Are you really that quick, or did you perhaps have advanced knowledge that this leak was going to happen?
Henry and I have been together since the beginning of this year. We've struggled every day with what this means for our families, our countries, and our future. Never imagined our most private,
and intimate thought become fodder for public examination.
Oh, Lord.
The truth is, every queer person has the right to come out on their own terms and on their own timeline. This is about privacy and the fundamental right of self-determination. I fell in love with a person who happens to be a man, and that man happens to be a prince. I love His Royal Highness, Prince Henry George.
American life and their life is so different.
Is it still possible I've cost my mom the election?
Yes, it's also possible that you just won her the election.
I hope Henry was watching. Furrows his eyebrows. It's the cutest thing.
Oh my God.
I love her.
Any work done until you put these two lovesick homosexuals on the phone with one another. Give them your phone, or so help me God, you will never see me naked again. Be lousy at keeping secrets, kiddo, but I'm not.
Sorry, I could kiss you.
Touch me and die.
Hello?
Baby,
Oh my God, are you all right?
I'm hanging in there. I'm coming to London tonight. Just hold on until I get there.
I can imagine how sad that is.
Part of me wonders if their entire strategy is to deny I ever existed. I feel so lost right now. It feels like everyone hates me.
They still love you.
They love the idea of me. Your speech was beautiful. Made me very proud to be your boyfriend.
I'm always proud to be your boyfriend. Never guess who Sean is dating.
The king wishes to see you. Both of you.
No, it's not too late to get out of here and fly to the Maldives.
Tempting.
The less you say, the better it'll be for you. Continue to make a mockery of yourself, and in turn,
Intelligence services initiated a clandestine disinformation camp. Scrupulous governments who routinely concoct wholesale fabrication in order to further their own national interests. Those that might explain these unseemly reports. Issue a firm denial of these accusations. A truth from which I am determined to protect you.
I'm as much a part of this family as anyone here, and I deserve to be happy.
but to throw away your future because of one mad infatuation.
Have you read our emails, Philip? You would realize that this is more than just a mad infatuation, and we are committed to each other deeply.
I have read your emails, Henry. Your primary responsibility is not your heart, but your country. Other than maintaining the traditional royal image, out of the question.
Why is it out of the question?
Your contribution to this conversation is in any way welcome.
Oops.
Why must we maintain a traditional royal image?
Because the nation simply will not accept a prince who is homosexual. Well, how many people?
What outside?
Henry, B, there's a car waiting to take you to KP. Kensington Palace, immediately, and take the American with you.
Cardiff, Edinburgh, and Liverpool.
I will no longer be the prince of shame and of secrets. The world will know me for who I am, and not who you want me to be.
There's no turning back if you go out there now.
I certainly hope not. I love you.
Oh?
I love you more.
Are just
Texas.
minutes away from knowing who the next president of the United States will be.
When we win.
Claremont is behind. She's currently
Crikey, that's a lot of red. It's all gonna come down to Texas.
the president's home state. Texas, of course, has 40 electoral votes.
This campaign was never about just me. It's about the country we hope to leave to our children.
Was a bold gamble to focus on Texas.
You fought hard, and it isn't over yet.
I'm so grateful you're here.
Aww.
Claremont has carried Texas, and its
I knew that was happening.
has been reelected as president of the United States.
There are people who will tell you that elections don't matter. The transgender high school student in Mississippi voting for the very first time. And your voice is blended tonight with the voices of millions of Americans who a bolder, brighter, braver future.
Do you still have my key on you?
Matthew was like, nah, lost that.
We won.
We won.
Really? Oh, working class, aren't you? Shut up, Your Majesty. My first step.
House. Well, that was an amazing movie. I really did enjoy it. Also, this is yet again another movie that shows like overseas in the UK and stuff like that, it seems like the royal family and people of establishments really can't be openly gay. Even TV shows like Young Royals, there's another show that I watched that dealt with like the royal family and there was somebody gay there and like people, it was like a whole thing. And I always, for me, I always assumed, which you shouldn't assume things, but I always assumed everywhere else besides America and Africa and Jamaica, and the Middle, okay, so in some majority of places in the UK is what I should say, I always assumed like they were very okay with LGBT plus community. And I'm kind of shocked that it seems like it's not like that. UK gay population. I'm just kind of interested. According to 2021 census in England and Wales, 1.5% of the people aged 16 and over, or around 748,000 people, identify as gay or lesbian. This is part of a larger group of 1.5 million people who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or another sexual orientation. The remaining 89.4% of respondents identify as straight or heterosexual. Okay, so I was kind of not that right about that. That's not that many. In 2022, 93.4% of the UK household population has, wow. Okay, well, it's going down. In 22, the year 22, only 93.4 people felt they were straight. Anyways, I don't know, I find that really interesting. You know, minority upon minority upon minority. So I'm telling all of you guys, but me being a minority and then also being in the LGBT community, that's also another minority group. It's just it's like bam, bam, you know, there's always something going on, right? In a negative aspect. So sometimes when I watch these type of movies, I'm like, damn, like this is crazy. I truly did not believe that it was like that in UK, but it is what it is. I don't know, I feel like we're never going to, because humankind, unfortunately, are super judgmental and super angry and and especially in these times where it just seems like anger is just what it is. It's just everywhere. You have to be freaking careful with everything you do because there's somebody around the corner that hates you for just you being you. And that's not even just a sexual orientation thing, that could just be your color, what politics you believe in, your religion, etc, etc, etc. Now in this movie, I feel like my favorite characters definitely was Zara. I think her name was Zara. That lady who ends up we finding out was sleeping with that guy and the prince's like right hand, I guess, whatever you can call him. I loved her. She was my favorite character out of everybody in the show. As crazy as that might sound, since the prince and the president's son should be the main focal point, I was just waiting for her to come back on stage, Zara, or Zadira, whatever her name is, come back up on my screen, because she was a gag. She was a key to the lemons and the squeezes of all the damn juices. Nora was, I think they were trying to put, for me, is how I viewed it, but I feel like they were trying to make Nora that main pivotal person besides the president's son, but I just wasn't feeling Nora all that much. I was definitely loving me some Zara, or whatever her name is. And then I really did like the president's son, and I liked the prince. I loved their connection. I loved how they hated each other at first, fake hate, and then it blossomed into something else. Generally, when somebody, I'll speak for men, I'll speak for myself. Generally, when I dislike somebody, like with a full, if they're the same sex, because if you're a girl and I don't like you, it's just you. But if it's a man and I really don't like you, it's probably because I find you super attractive. As weird as that might sound, I'm totally just an asshole to people that I find attractive, and it's a flaw. It's an absolute flaw. So for these two men to do that to each other, and then us finding out they both actually had crushes on each other, made sense to me. I was like, yep, that's realistic. Also, what I like about Young Royals is it depicts somebody in the royal family who comes from privilege, but then it depicts somebody else who does not have anything like what the royal family has, and it's just a regular degular. And here they both come, although the president's son and the family come from more of a working class, they still were in the political field. They still had the benefits. I think the father said he was a congressman, and the mother was doing her big one as well before she was president. So, I mean, they were pretty set. And they have like houses and like this and that and the third. So it shows once again in the movie feel, another like rich, family, rich families or privileged families, even though he's Mexican. And I don't think the actor is actually Mexican in real life. I don't know why I said it like that. What is he? Because when I looked it up, it just says that he's American. And I'm like, okay, or maybe he is Mexican. He's 32 years old, the prince's son. I want to know what his nationality is. But when I look it up, it just says American. Like, what? What is your nationality? Maybe if I look up Spanish nationality, maybe it'll then tell me what it is. Okay, so, that's why he looks so unique or exotic, I want to say. Because he is, Perez has a diverse ancestry ranging from Mexican to Middle Eastern to Mediterranean. So that's why he looks very exotic. He does look very exotic. He's a very attractive man. I also looked to see if he was gay in real life because, I'm a big advocate for the LGBT community to play LGBT characters because it's been so much time in Hollywood that straight people play LGBT characters and actually not our own community. But it seems like I don't have an answer to that. It seems like I'm finding some places that he's married to this man, Garrett, I believe I saw somewhere, and Garrett's like, he's a CEO of something or another, but he's rich. It seems like that's what I saw, but then I also saw him like with women, and then I was like, also, I don't know if he's bisexual, if he's gay, if he's married to a man, if he's married to a woman, I have no idea, child. And then the other person, Nicholas, and it doesn't really matter if they're gay or not, honestly, I'm an advocate for like LGBT people to come out. But anyways, so Nicholas identifies as straight. But I have been a part of some incredible queer stories. So, there's that. So, the characters that play gay are actually maybe not gay. So, there's that. But Nicholas has played in apparently a lot of gay parts. So, there's that. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. It doesn't mean I dislike the movie anymore. I'm just a little bit upset about that. But regardless, it is a good story. You know what I want? I want a story. And there is one. I forgot what it's called. Moonshine? That's not Moonshine. It's called Moon something. I want a story of a minority couple that's a regular couple that lives in today's time, in this world, and the struggles, the tribulations, that's what's the word I'm looking for, but the struggles that we deal with as a minority group, being in a minority group. I want a movie to show in today's time as a minority LGBT plus community member that also has to deal with the hate of straight people that is out there, and also, or maybe the becoming or coming out, and that story as a minority group, which has its own issues as well, because a lot of families that are part of the minority group are not loving and caring as we showed and are depicted in this story with the president's son, since he's Mexican in here. It's not like that. Especially, and listen, my ex-fiance was Mexican child, is Mexican, and his family wasn't all that great. I mean, all that happy to find out. That also was a different time, but still. But I want it to be like that, and also to show the judgment of our own community that looks into our community. Either if you're too feminine, if you're a minority, that white gays or white LGBT plus community, it's mostly gay men, but they'll look at minority groups and not want to deal with them either, because that is a real thing and that really does happen. So I feel like a lot of minority LGBT plus community people out there have a lot of anger, and their anger stems from family and trying to overcome that, and then trying to overcome the judgment in our own community plus the outside world. There's three freaking things that they have to deal with, and I wish there's a movie out there, and maybe there is, I just don't know it. Feel free to comment down below. But they need to show that into, and I'm not talking about a movie from back in the 70s and the 80s, which I always bow my head and give them standing ovation, their roses, because they paved the way for our LGBT community today. If they were not here to do all the struggles that they went through, we would not be in the predicament that we're in, which is much better than what they had. But there still is a lot of issues that arise today. So please, anybody who's out there, make a movie like that, please, and make it on a big screen so we can all see it. Now, I would give this movie a 9 out of 10. I did enjoy it. It made me cry. It always makes me cry when music starts and then a touching moment. I did see that there's going to be, it was greenlit that there's going to be a sequel to this movie. So clearly this movie did amazing. And all the actors, both those actors are coming back. And yeah, I liked it. I liked it, and I really did have fun with it. I find the humor to be right up my alley because it's more sarcastic and like digs than making jokes. Like, it was like sarcastic digging, and that's what you get when you hang out with me. I'm very sarcastic, and I understand that type of comedy. So once again, I would give this movie a 9. I really did enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Comment down below what you thought about this movie. I know that the vast majority of y'all love it. So I'll see you all next. My Alexa's going off, which means it wants me to know something. And I'll see you all next time with more Smash or Pass movie reaction.